All right, what's up, class? This week I did the first activity. This week for week 11. Crazy, it's been 11 weeks for the about the states of consciousness. And the activity that I picked was to keep track of my sleeping habits for 3 days, and especially observing what I noticed about my energy level, mood, and ability to think clearly or focus the next day. So I did Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night of this last week, and um, I did learn quite a bit. I know I'm always thinking about, how much you sleep, and then you are like whether you see I stayed up late, then you're obviously thinking about it the next day. Dang, I should have went to bed earlier the next day. But I doubt, at least for me, I don't take a lot of time to realize, sit there and think about what I can do to be better. I just like, oh well, that's why I'm tired, because I stayed up. But this is a good activity to kind of realize what I could do to be better and what I can do to improve on it. So, um, on Sunday night, my brother also made a video about this. I just watched it. So we were both at our grandparents' house, and that day, we visited my grandpa because it was my mom's dad, because it was his birthday, and then we went to my dad's parents because we're celebrating my other grandpa's birthday, and then we went to both my wife's grandparents. So we ended up getting back probably around 10 or so, and then I saw that I had work early the next morning. My boss texted me at probably 10 saying that I needed to be at this place because I work for a footing and foundation company, and I pull the form trailers. So I have to be there, and I have to drop off trailers before the lot before the crew gets there to start building on the house, and before they can pour concrete in for the house. He said that I needed to be, so I live in PG, and um, I needed to be I needed to stop at this place, get some supplies for the crew, and then I needed to be in Mapleton at 6. So probably about a 40-minute ordeal there. So I got up. I had to be there at 6, so I got up like at probably 4:50, and then I got ready. I left at 5:20, and then went to this place, picked up supplies, and I was there. So it was pretty early morning, but I'll tell you what, since it was that early and I went to bed around 10, I was dead asleep, or like the whole day. Like I just felt really tired because I'm not used to waking up that early. What I'm accustomed to is waking up around 6:30, getting to work by 7, rather than waking up at probably 4:50 and then getting to work by 6. So that kind of threw me off, and I was driving around doing stuff all day, moving more trailers, moving more supplies and stuff, and I was just felt really dead tired. Like we got there and we had to do this fix on this house, and I was just I just felt like wasted. I felt beat. Like I just didn't have any energy. So um, I could definitely see why I was tired, just because I got up so early, and it kind of just messed with my sleep schedule. What I'm used to, because an average day. Well, this is what happened on Tuesday, which was a normal day. So I went to bed, or on Monday. I mean Monday night, I went to bed around probably 9:30, because we were so tired. Me and my wife were both really tired, and I woke up at 6:30. Got to work by 7, and it was a complete difference. It was just crazy different, and I'm glad I was doing this activity where I could observe what it was like on the different days, because it was kind of an opportunity to really reflect and kind of see what I can do to make my sleep habits better. Because I've had good sleep habits in my life, and I've had bad sleep habits in my life, and the difference in what you're able to do during the day, or what you're able to focus on, or I don't know, it's a crazy difference, and it's a real thing. Like sleep can either make or break your day the next day. So it's all about thinking ahead of time, and um, preparing for yourself, setting up for yourself a better day the next day, because it really will wreck you. So yeah, so Monday night, we went to bed on a good time. I woke up at a good time, and it was just crazy. We had a lot of fixes to do that day, but I was able to do them. I wasn't worried about sleep. I wasn't really worried about getting tired, or wasn't getting drowsy while driving or anything like that. Like it was a really easy average day to go through, because I had my energy. I had energy. My mood was a lot better. I wasn't, because like it's not like I was in a bad mood when I didn't have any sleep, but like when I showed up somewhere, it probably I probably gave off the impression that I was in a bad mood, because I just didn't have any energy to act like I was in a good mood. So I don't know. It's kind of a good having a good mood. Like kind of comes more naturally when you get a lot of sleep because then you're not worried about your sleep, and then like everywhere you go, you're like, wow, I'm tired. I'm still tired. Like and nothing's changing or nothing is happening that will put me in a better will give me more energy right now. It's like it was the sleep that really messed me up. Also, something really important too is the ability to think clearly and focus. Because if you're not able to focus, like I still remember back in high school, there would be nights where I was hanging out with my friends or family or whatever, and stayed up really late, and then you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a bad day. You already know at 6:30 in the morning, you're waking up to get to school by 7:45 that it's gonna be a bad day because you're gonna go through all your classes and you're gonna be dead tired and you're probably gonna fall asleep in one of your classes. Like that's just how it is when you don't get a lot of sleep. That's really important. It's really you really do learn a lot about yourself and kind of observing these habits. So then the next night, Tuesday. So um, yeah, so Monday, so Tuesday night, um, I got back from work and I was feeling better. So of course, I'm doing homework and my wife's doing homework, and then we decided, you know what, we're kind of bored, but we have a lot of energy, so let's go for an ice cream run. And then we came back and we decided to watch Criminal Minds, and that show. We always like to make it exciting, so we always go to the season finales, and it leaves you on a cliffhanger in the first episode, so you have to watch the second episode. So we made that decision. Went to bed probably around 11:30. I had to be back up at 6:30 the next day, and same thing happened. Like it didn't. I felt rested, like when I woke up in the morning, and I felt all right. But then driving, my boss had me go down. I was in Mapleton, and he had me go down to Sandy to pick up these window frames for our footing crew or our foundation crew. So I had to go do that. So I had an hour drive back there, an hour drive back, and I was so tired. I was just like, I gotta stop and get a drink. I gotta always be eating something. I'm gonna fall asleep. Like it's your sleep really affects your ability to focus. Like driving's not even that hard, but if you're so sleep deprived that you can't focus, then it's crazy how hard it makes that activity, like such as driving. So I thought it was it's an interesting activity. I think the most obvious thing that I can do is make better sleep decisions, make better decisions, set a goal when you wake up. Don't just like set a goal like when you wake up and you're tired, like, oh, I should go to sleep early this night. Be like, okay, I'm gonna be in bed at 9:30. If you're really tired, I'm gonna be in bed at like 10:30 if I'm really tired. So I think if you make a goal and you're thinking ahead of time, then that will really affect your entire day for the next day. Like it will really make a bigger impact than you think. So yeah, that's what I learned from this activity. I thought it was pretty interesting. But anyways, I just wanted to ask, what do you guys think you guys personally, like each of your individual decisions, can do to improve on your sleeping habits? But thanks.